maybe not about the game, but has passed the time by inside that I've really enjoyed.
I had good times with him as well. Needless to say, I was surprised to see this go down in this way.
But I don't have much.
What I would say is, you're a bright guy. You are probably one of maybe 3 or 4 total people out of the original 14 that do approach things analytically from a reason and logic standpoint. I'm one of the other ones. Dustin's one of the other ones. There's probably 1 or 2 others. I'm not going to tell you the answer to this question. I'm just going to say to you, you know where this house is headed. You can sit back and you know who people are happy with, who people are sad with, who people are frustrated with, who people, you know what people are going to be here in 5 weeks without their name ever being mentioned for being nominated. Right. You know the dynamic of where that is, and you probably know where I fit into.
Oh, I know exactly where you fit.
Where I fit into that. So, you know, in making decisions as to how you think that your safety will line up from here, you know, I know that you're going to be wise in all decision making, in the company you keep, in the relationships you forge, in the deals you make, what have you.
See, that's the thing though. It's like I don't make deals. I don't forge alliances with people. I don't have any of that. I had that with Nick. I don't have that with anyone here. There are certain scenarios that allow me to believe in other people, but then again, those same people are people that are going to be extremely difficult to get out of this house and or nominated in to go up there. And
well, I should make note of the fact.
I don't know what to do, to be honest.
I should make note of the fact. I have not been offered a deal, not offered anyone a deal, not accepted a deal, not been a part of a deal. I have no secret alliance. I have no not secret alliance. I have a small group of people I am close friends with in the house, and of course I'm going to get the back of the people that I'm friends with. They've never done anything by me. I've never done anything by them to look otherwise. But there's never been a stated deal, alliance, anything. And the notion that I was with Kale and Jen is one of the single stupidest things I've heard so far. You know, pinning votes on me that I never cast. Now, I'm not saying this is going to make you happy, but you weren't in the room when these things happen. I've never made any bones about it. I stood up and said, I want Nick out of this house. And I campaigned to get Nick out of the house. I was happy when Nick was voted out of the house. I felt safer for Nick being out of the house. So the notion that I cast a vote that could have saved Nick is honestly, it's ludicrous.
Please go to the diary.
No, I understand that, but you know what? Amber and Danielle and Dick could have all cast votes to save him, and if I threw a little ooh haha funny vote out there, he would have stayed, and I would have been fucked, totally up shit's creek without a paddle. I was not messing around. I made my intentions known. This is who I want out, and that was including a whole host of, you know, other options and scenarios, and whether or not they personally resent the fact that they think that I contributed to his demise, I never made any bones about that. I stood up.
One of 6 people that made the choice.
Yeah, I stood up and said, I want this to happen, and the notion that I've done anything to prevent that is frankly ridiculous. I was happy to go in and cast that vote. You know, I felt safer for having done it, and maybe that's being held against me, but that doesn't make me a liar. It just makes me someone who took a dissenting viewpoint that people weren't happy with.
You took a viewpoint and everyone fell for it.
Well, no, I don't agree. I don't
Or
believe it was
other people.
No, I don't believe it was my doing or my idea that everyone went with. I think it was 6 people's ideas, and I was one of them. I don't think it was me saying it and then everyone said, "Okay, we got to do it."
Zack,
I was not calling.
Please move your microphone higher.
I was not responsible for it in any which way. I was just vocal about it when it was discussed in the group. It's not like, you know, it's my word versus everyone else's. It was a mutual group decision, and I never made any bones about it. So pinning fake votes on me is a waste of people's time.
Same thing though. Is like that group is fucked.
Oh, there's nothing left of it. Amber despises me. Dick and Danielle have opposed me and tore down my name. And I'm not saying anything against them. I'm just saying those are statements of fact. I have relationships with Jessica, Dustin, and Jamaica.
I don't prefer the way in which Dick controls certain situations, or does not control situations.
I think he's controlling everything to this point.
I don't.
Well, I think he thinks he is, or is attempting to.
think-
And intimidation doesn't really work on some people. It does work on others.
Fear.
Yeah, just the
It works on a lot of people here. I can see
yeah.
it.
And yeah, I don't think that 9 otherwise intelligent people should be letting one person call the shots. But again, it's not my intention in this conversation to slander other people or even make examples of this. I know that you see it with your own eyes also. I don't need to go beyond that.
No, you don't.
But of course, he's trying to paint me out like I'm pulling the strings. I'm a master manipulator. If that was the case, I wouldn't be the one sitting 5.5 feet underground right now with, him holding the shovel to bury the last
Sure.
thing. So it's very nice and flattering that they want to claim that to be the case. But if I was really in such ultimate control of what was going on, I wouldn't be in this position. He would be. So
It's true.
I think it should be a reflection on who's actually doing what. I spoke, with some people earlier. I still, there are some people I'm not going to speak to at all, and there's other people, maybe I'll speak to for a few minutes. But whether I stay or whether I go,
Right.
the same things are going to happen. It's my being here or not is not going to impact what is going on in this house over the next couple of weeks.
It's true.
And
Everybody's been getting backdoored, and that's fucked.
hey, I haven't played in a single veto competition yet, including the week I'm nominated. 0 out of 5.
That's true. That sucks.
Um,
It sucked for Nick, too.
It did suck for Nick. You're right. But, unfortunately, this is lining up as like Nick's revenge week, and it doesn't need to be that way. We're not playing for the ghost of Nick. We're playing for ourselves in the house still. And he wasn't set up or framed, or if he was, it was by, 7 people.
Sure. And everybody had an equal chance to vote to keep him in.
To vote and to speak up in the room, neither of which happened. And, there was all scenarios for all different people and all who needed to go and when they needed to go and who needed it to be that week. I was one of the only people who stood up and stated an opinion, and my opinion was that it should be him. My opinion could have been that it was Kale, or that it was you, or that it was
Sure.
anyone else, but it wasn't. It was that it should be him, and clearly people are resentful of that.
I'm just
opinion.
curious if Danielle and Dick are flying on their own, then does that mean Jamaica, Jessica, and Amber and Dustin are on their own? Is there a significant split? Because I don't see... I don't know where the overlaps are or what's...
As far as I see it, I don't think that the events of this week have led to any sort of cohesion amongst the 6 of them or 7 of us by any means. I think that this caused a rift, and I do believe it was their
Dustin,
intention to do so.
please put on
I think
your
that the
microphone.
idea this week was to create mistrust, to get out